Hey there, I'm Apple Kreider with Investing Simple. In this video, we're going to be diving into my phone and I'm going to show you exactly how the Public stock trading app works. Now, Public is a really unique app because it combines aspects of social media with aspects of investing. Okay, it allows you to kind of follow the investors you look up to, share your portfolio with your friends, and kind of just get feedback from other people about your investments while having a very user-friendly platform. It's not a very intimidating platform with lots of charts and data and research and all this stuff that doesn't really appeal to beginners. It's a very beginner-friendly platform, and that's exactly what we're going to be showing you in this video today. Now, for just a little bit of context here, Public is basically a stock trading app. Okay, so you can trade both stocks and ETFs or exchange traded funds on the platform. They're not offering you a bunch of complex investment vehicles. They're not offering you options or cryptocurrencies or anything like that at the moment. I know they do have cryptocurrency in the works, but as of recording this video, it's just stocks and ETFs on their platform. Now, one thing that's a little bit unique about Public is that you don't actually buy stocks in terms of shares, you buy them in terms of dollars. Okay, so on the platform, you basically go on there and instead of saying, I want to buy one share of Amazon stock, you say, I want to buy $10 worth of Amazon stock, and they're going to buy fractional shares on your behalf. So instead of buying maybe a full share, maybe you're only buying about 1% of a share or even less. Okay, you can buy as little as a couple dollars worth of a share of stock. So in the case of Amazon, Amazon stock is currently trading over $3,000 per share. So for a complete beginner, a little bit out of reach, but with Public, you can buy just a couple dollars worth, which is a pretty nice feature. So now let's dive into the app and exactly how it works for beginners. All right, so here we are in the Public app, and obviously the first thing you have to do is actually download the app. So free $10 stock slice when you sign up for the Public app using the link down below. So do that first. Then what you're gonna have to do is deposit some money into your Public account. So here's exactly how to do that. Well, first step is you're gonna tap on the little guy over here in the bottom right corner. You're gonna press deposit. And then from there, you can just select how much money you actually want to deposit. Now, in my case, I already have a bank account linked up. If you don't, it's going to prompt you to do that. You're going to use Plaid to securely link your bank account to the Public app. It's a very safe and secure way to do so, kind of the industry standard at this point. So you'll do that, you'll deposit some money, and then move on to actually buying some stocks. So from the home screen here, there's a couple different things going on that we should talk about. So at the top of the screen, you can see it's very clear exactly what your portfolio did today, which is a very nice feature. Okay, if you're just trying to log on, see how your stocks are doing for the day, you can see my portfolio is down 0.0%, not moving all that much. As you can see, it's lost about 2% of my total account value. And you can see the total value of my account is now about $1,003. So all of that important information is right there at the top of the screen. The next thing you can see is your portfolio and your watch list. So in my portfolio, in this account, I've only got Amazon stocks. You can see that that's all that I'm holding in this portfolio, only about $3 of Amazon stock. And then I've got this watch list over here of other companies that I can tap into and get more information about those particular stocks, how they're doing if I want to just look at the stock chart, see by the week, by the month, by 3 months, all of that good stuff. Information about the company, all the things that you would kind of expect with a stock. Now, one thing that's pretty cool here is you can see community, okay? People who I follow who own this stock. So if I want to see, okay, is anybody that I'm following actually owning Twitter stock, I would scroll down here, I could tap in and I could see that, oh, I'm following this person and they actually own Twitter stock. I can see what else is in their portfolio as well. So really cool features here, like I said, combining that whole social media aspect with investing. And then another cool little feature here is down below, you can see if that company actually owns any other company. So in this case, obviously Twitter owns both Periscope and Vine, so we can see that from the page right here. So if you're looking to kind of figure out, okay, well, does this company own any other companies that I know? Because some companies do own a lot of other companies. You can see that very easily within the app. Any important events coming up, news, etc., will all be down there as well for you to do a little bit of research. But again, this is not a very research-heavy app. It's not meant for the traders that are going in there and doing a ton of stock research. It's all very, very basic information, like I said. So scrolling down here, but you're going to see this is kind of like the main feed of the app where you're going to get updates from all the people that you're following. So you can go in here, and I'll show you how to do this in a little bit, but you can go in here, follow some investors, and then kind of get updates whenever they do post so that you can stay up to date on all the things that are going on. So now that you understand kind of how the basics of the app works, let's show you how to actually find investments, okay? So you're gonna go down to the magnifying glass here, and you can search for either companies or people. So if you wanna search for potential companies to invest in, we could search for Facebook. And we're going to see the stock for Facebook comes up top here. And then we've got some people down below. You can select whether you only want to see stocks, only want to see people. We'll go into Facebook stock here. And again, same information that we were seeing with Twitter. We can see that Facebook owns Instagram, Oculus, WhatsApp, all of that good stuff. Now, if we wanted to search for people, maybe we wanted to find our friend Ryan, we could search up Ryan Scribner. and boom, there he is. So we can go in here, we can see his portfolio, what he's holding in his public account. He's got Apple, AMD, Amazon, Alphabet, Lowe's, all of that good stuff. We can see his watch list as well. And on your personal account, you can choose if you want this information to be publicly visible or not. So I'll show you how to do that right now, because in Ryan's case, he's got all of this stuff visible to the public, but in some cases, you might not want to show everybody exactly what you're investing in if you're a brand new investor, or you just like don't want to be that public about it. You can actually change those settings yourself. So here's exactly how to do that. So you'll go into your person here, you're gonna click on the gear icon, and then you're gonna scroll down a bit all the way to the social. And so under social, you can choose if you want your portfolio to be public. So obviously in Ryan's case, that's turned on so we can see what his investments are. But if you didn't want that to be the case, you would just turn that off. And then same thing with share trades by default. So anytime Ryan buys or sells a stock, we're gonna get updates because we're following him. But if he didn't want that to be the case, you just turn that off. And then when you buy a stock, you'll be able to select whether you want to share that or not. If you have this turned on, it'll automatically share it by default. So I'm just going to leave those on just because people might want to see what I'm invested in. But that is the kind of search aspect of public, searching for both people and for potential investments. Now, moving right along to the next tab on public, we've got this little present here, and this is the free stock tab. So if you invite friends to the public app, they sign up, they create an account, you can potentially earn some free stock slices in the process. And one of the cool things about public's free stocks is that you actually get to choose what stocks you want. So with most of the other apps out there, they give away free stocks, but it's kind of like a random lottery. With public, since it's like a guarantee, like you've got a certain amount of money, you can put that money into whatever stock you want. So in my case, I chose to put my free stock money into Amazon, but you can choose to put it into whatever you want. Now, with the public free stock promotion, when you invite someone to the platform, you're going to get a free stock slice, and they're going to get a free stock slice valued up to $50 each. So this is a pretty nice promotion for you. If you invite a couple friends, you can make a couple $100 just in the public app, put that straight into your investments, and watch that grow over time. Pretty solid feature overall. Now, the next thing that you can do on this app is you can actually send messages and group messages to different people. So if you and your friends sign up, you refer them, you get some free stock, they get some free stock, you can actually create a group message together where you can talk about different investments, share your thoughts, etc., just to kind of bounce ideas around off each other. So it's a very cool feature. I'm not in any group messages yet. If you want to start a group message with me, feel free to drop a comment in this video, and I would love to start a group message with you, learn more about what investments you're looking at, etc. But for now, I've got no conversations here, so nothing much to show. And then the last tab on the app is your account. So here you can kind of track your portfolio over time, see how it's done, and you can see what amount of your portfolio is invested in stocks, what your cash balance is, your buying power, all of that good stuff is all right here. Now, one other cool feature that Public does offer is the ability to add things to your long-term portfolio. And so basically what this does is if you have a stock and you try to sell it, okay, if you try to sell a normal stock, that's fine, they're gonna let you sell it, whatever. But if you put a stock, I hold down on Amazon here, I say add to long-term. Now, if I were to try to sell my Amazon stock, it would say, hey, are you sure about that? Because you told us you were holding this stock for the long term. Now you're trying to sell. We're a little bit confused. So if you do want to kind of put that guardrail in place between you and selling, you can just put something in your long-term portfolio, also shares it with your audience as well. So they know, oh, Apple's holding this stock for the long term. I guess that's where he stands on it. It's not really like a short-term play. So it's a cool way to kind of share how you're thinking with your audience, as well as to kind of put that guardrail in place from you deciding to make an impulsive decision to sell a particular stock. So overall, Public is definitely one of the easiest apps for beginners to get started with when it comes to investing. Like I said, the whole social aspect and just the simple interface makes it a lot easier to comprehend than some of the more advanced trading platforms that kind of tailor towards more experienced traders and investors. They also make it really easy to start buying stocks with only a couple dollars with the whole stock slices concept, as well as being able to follow along with investors you look up to or just people whose YouTube channels you follow is a cool feature as well, just to see what they're actually holding in their portfolios and where their money is actually going. They're also very much on the side of the little guy when it comes to how they actually make money. They did away with something called payment for order flow, which is a little bit controversial practice that most of the investing apps practice. Public no longer makes money this way, and they now actually offer optional tipping. So anytime that you place a trade, you can decide to give a small tip to Public in order to keep the platform going and to just kind of say thanks for supporting the little guys as opposed to the big institutional investors. Now, if you want to learn more about how the Public app works, we have a full comprehensive article over on our website, investingsimple.com. The easiest way to find that is to head on over to Google, type in how does Public work, and then click on the link for investingsimple.com. We will see you over there.